Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Frozen Oil. Obviously, you can tell, by the way I even look and the color of my eyelids and around my eyes, I am nowhere near over back-to-back Stanley Cup losses. Wanted to take a little bit of a break from this, but the Edmonton Oilers just will keep bringing you back in. You try to get out, but they keep bringing you back in. So, obviously some big news today. Evander Kane has been traded to the Vancouver Canucks for a 4th round pick. Now, I really understand the fact of the matter, which is we need to clear cap space, and great and all, but I just find that just like with the Broberg and Holloway situation, letting those guys go to those offer sheets. We were looking during the regular season and still are right now looking for players exactly like Broberg and Holloway to bring them in. And it's virtually impossible to get those kind of players at their age, at their term, for the dollars that they will be asking at the point in their career. And here we are now trading away Evander Kane for a 4th round pick. Now, maybe that's going to help out. I mean, with a potential goalie trade, it's a little bit early here to know if that's going to be kind of a factor in, getting a Demko or even a Shilovs. I mean, I highly doubt we're going to get a Shilovs, and Demko is a risk. I understand that. There's a risk factor to getting Demko because of his injury kind of issues, but Evander Kane being dealt for a 4th round pick. I understand they didn't make any retention and all that, but Evander Kane is a good player. And Evander Kane is a very important type of player when it comes to the playoffs. So I just find that my opinion so far on this trade, without, the possibility of this somehow has something to do with a future goalie acquisition, we're just doing the same thing here. We are letting guys go for a player like Evander Kane for a 4th round pick who potentially could have a major season next year because he did all the surgeries that were required last year and didn't even play for us during the regular season. And we're letting this guy go for a 4th round pick in return. Like, I just see us looking for an Evander Kane type player by the start of the season or as we get closer to the trade deadline. And I mean, Florida was successful in grabbing Marchand right before the deadline. But players like Marchand and players like, Kane, they usually don't become available at a trade deadline because of that extra level, that extra dimension that they bring to the game, which is physicality and fighting. So, I mean, I hope there's something else that is going to be going with this whole thing. But right now, I honestly see things getting worse before they start to get better. So we're right back at a situation now where we still need somebody to help us out on D. We still need that forward, that can score you 30 goals. And now we're going to be looking for a guy that can bring the dimensions that Evander Kane brings in his game, which is produce, but also be able to deal with the physical stuff that comes along with hockey. So, I don't know. I don't know what to make of this right now. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments right now what you think of this move, how this thing might, turn into something else, a future move with the Canucks. I don't know. But I mean, it's getting to a point here where, I mean, you got a looming gigantic thing here with signing, obviously, Evan Bouchard, and what is that number going to be? But you're still going to need those other elements to the game on your team in order to push for a Stanley Cup. And I just feel like, again, we're in a position because we've been put in a cap crunch because of horrible decisions made by Chiarelli and Holland. And now we got to clean it up. And we can't clean it up because there were too many of these things that have occurred in the last 10 years. So, I mean, Connor McDavid's been an Edmonton Oiler for 10 years. And sure, we made it to 3 out of 4, Western Conference championships. We won 2 of those. We've advanced to the Stanley Cup final 2 years in a row. That's all fine and dandy. But at some point, we need to win a Stanley Cup. And this scrambling that keeps happening every offseason to try to get us to that point because questionable decisions were made by management, the beat goes on. The beat goes on. And we're right back into that position right now. So I wanted to just kind of do a quick video on this because I just wanted my kind of initial thoughts to come out about, this trade. And I wanted to kind of portray it to everyone because honestly, that's my immediate thoughts without thinking about this too much. It's just like we're getting rid of something that we eventually are going to need, and we don't know if that piece is going to be available. And this kind of cycle just keeps happening, and it gets to a point where you say to yourselves, like, we need to make this right, and we need to get this entire team on a trajectory of where it needs to go. And I got a ton of complaints because I would not let the Broberg Holloway thing go. I kept saying how much it's going to affect our team now and into the future. It's going to keep getting worse because, Arvidsson right now is also being talked about being shipped somewhere. And it's like, well, we signed Skinner and Arvidsson and passed on a guy like Holloway. And it's like, you say to yourself, but Holloway could have been part of your organization for 10 years. You passed on that just to bring in a guy for a year or 2 guys for 1 year. And it just doesn't make any sense for the future health of the organization to do that. We have no more draft picks to give away. We have no more prospects to give away. We're giving away guys like Kesserling for a loaner on Bukestad. You know what I'm saying? It's just getting to the point where we have nowhere to turn anymore. And we're just at that point right now where I guess it's wait and see. But like I said, let me know your thoughts. Those are my initial thoughts. Those are my comments on this situation. Another move where we're moving something because we're so crunched by the cap that we got to make a move. But at the same time, that thing that we're doing, that we're moving on from, we absolutely need it in order to move forward, big picture, and secure a Stanley Cup. So, like I said, nowhere near even being over the first finals loss in 2024. To lose back-to-back, nowhere near that. So anyways, thanks for watching the video. Really appreciate it. We do have some cool content coming here in the off season, and for sure we'll be there again on trade before July 1st to bring you an update to what's happening with the Oilers and any other kind of breaking news over the summer, as well as the draft. We'll have a video for that, as well as a couple of trivia sessions and any other kind of major news like this one right now. We will be bringing you videos for it. Hopefully you will consider to subscribe to this channel. It's all Oilers and it's all biased from the fan perspective. So until next time, we will see what happens. But most importantly, go Oilers, go.
The channel you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With McDavid leading, we're built to exceed.
Oilers hockey,